when I read or watch things that are about the fear that pretty much all women have walking through the world, that we could be in some way victimized. I feel like the cautionary tale I wanted to tell or be a part of telling was, this is a cautionary tale about what we're doing to our men in this culture, right? Like, the boys are watching those things too. Yeah. The young men are consuming the great love stories also, and they're receiving a lot of very specific information about how avidly you should chase someone who has said no, and what's okay if it's for love. And, you know, Joe is not just some cold-blooded, sociopathic guy who gets off on violence or something. He has this strong code. He believes in love. Yeah. And he just crosses such extreme lines that we can all watch him and say, oh, what we do for love maybe is a little bit out of balance with what is healthy, also in real life.
And I chose the name Joe Goldberg because it's sort of ungoogleable. And that's back to the way we all feel so empowered when we look someone up and we think, okay, now I know who you are. And it's like, what an absurd conclusion to draw. And I love the idea that Beck could look into him and not really be able to find anything, because I think that's a position that I could relate to.
I think that's his biggest red flag. That I would say the one thing that Beck doesn't notice. Well, he has no friends. Yeah. Internet or real,
he's
not
a little
real.
boy.
But he's a loner, a romantic loner reading books.
Right.
Yeah, but there are people, so, like, I see what you're saying, and I think that's true.
Just painted as sexy.
Yeah, I mean, like, I've heard people say, like, ladies, red flag, if he's knocked down any friends. And I suppose it goes both ways. But there's to me, what I think is that at some point Joe was an innocent child, as all people are, you know? And at some point he was miseducated. And at some point he was not supported. At some point he didn't have the family, the friends, the community to help him recognize where he was reaching erroneous conclusions. And I think this is what happens to real people in real life, all of us in different ways, right? We're all receiving various forms of miseducation. We all need support from various sources, friends, family, community, to help us understand where we've been coming to some erroneous conclusions. Joe just does not have that. And I think to some degree, it helps us understand, like, how we are all responsible for well, I want to be careful here. I'm not really sure. But I think to some degree, there's a level of social responsibility as we understand what community might even mean in this age in 2018. Joe is just, he is a lone something, and then he becomes a lone wolf.